What's up, everybody? It's Bree Specific, and today, before we go to the private screening, I got to sit with Deon Taylor. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm great. Welcome to Chicago.
Man,
I feel like you familiar with Chicago.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite food to eat?
Oh man, I gotta be careful out here.
You don't say the wrong thing.
I gotta be careful out here, man. You know what? Man, everything, man. Italian. Obviously the pizza.
Pizza?
I gotta stay away. I'm trying to get some pounds off.
Oh, okay. You gotta stay away from that pizza.
Yeah.
I like Giordano's though. It's probably my favorite Chicago
it's good,
pizza.
yes.
For sure. But I'm not a deep dish fan. I don't like deep dish.
I am.
You do?
Deep dish all day.
I cannot do deep dish. I don't know, something about all that cheese. I can't do it. Well, we're in Chicago today for the private screening of your new movie, Fear.
Yes.
Can you tell me about the story? What is Fear about?
The movie is about. The movie is actually a piece of art to me personally. It's something that has quickly become one of the most important films that I've made, and I never imagined that movie would be that. But just specifically about the time that we made it, why we made it, how we made it. It was the first movie filmed in the middle of the global pandemic, and just for people to understand that there was no production happening during that time. You couldn't shoot anything. Airports were closed. I mean, we was living in this moment where it was just time had stopped. And for some crazy idea, man, I just was like, yo, I wonder if I could shoot something during this time. And we got on the phone with the CDC at the time, and we caught them right at a time where they didn't know how to tell us no. They just was kind of like, well, we don't know. Mm-hmm. There was no answers to, could you shoot something? And we ended up taking advantage of that moment, and we went up to Tahoe and we made this film. I called a bunch of people that came down, and we made this movie. And the movie is more than a film to be based on the fact that it's about something. It's about faith over fear, and the reality is we all live in fear daily. And I wanted to do something that actually spoke to the fact that how do you overcome fear, and what is the most powerful thing that you could have that could fight against fear? And that's faith. If you manifest something bad or good, that is the results that you will get. So the movie deals with the mental capability of what it is you're trying to actually manifest. So if you think right now, I can never do this as a profession, I'll never get hired at ABC or CBS or NBC, then that's exactly what will happen. But if you start believing like, no, I'm the best at this, this is what I do, and the next year I'm gonna be here, and the next year I'm gonna be there, then you're actually manifesting something that will actually happen for you. And that's what the film is about. The film is about manifestation of what the mind can do and how powerful the mind is.
I've never heard anybody talk about horror film in such a positive light.
Man.
That's dope.
It is, and this movie is different. I think it's one of its own kind. Mm-hmm. I think you're gonna either get it or you're not. And if you don't, then I question this movie's not for you. It is about two moving objects that hit each other. One is fear and one is faith. And it has everything you want. It has all the jumps, the scares, it is graphic, it's fun, you're gonna cover your eyes, you're gonna laugh. But it comes a moment in the middle of this movie where you go, oh man, like what would I do? Like honestly, what would you do if your greatest fear actually faces you?
Child. And I'm scared of a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna cap. So, getting back into the production, I know you said you guys did this over the pandemic. Were there any other challenges that you had to face?
Oh man, everything was a challenge. Just being able to shoot during that time. At the time, we didn't have, there was no guidelines like we have now. So all the stuff we do now, like that has become over the course of the last 2 years. We're like, oh yeah, we do this, we do that. You go to CVS and get a test. There was none of that. This was during the moment where we were watching CNN and every day was 10,000 bodies were being brought out of a hospital.
And everybody was just trying to figure it out.
This is that moment.
Yeah.
So for us, we were like, yo, how do we test? So the only way to test was to actually we were in Tahoe, and Tahoe is like a 7.5 hour, 8 hour ride to LA. The only testing facility at the time in California was in LA. So we would drive, someone would test everybody, put all this stuff into this big box. They would get on the road and drive to LA, drop that test off. Meanwhile, the day before someone had did that same ride, they were bringing those results back to Tahoe.
That's a lot of work.
Oh man,
was there any point where you was like, okay, maybe we could wait and do this later?
No, because you know what happened? Just the passion takes over when you try to do something, and we had got all the way into it, and we were like, we're just gonna do it. But it was a moment in time where when we was filming it, to where we had a moment on set where Andrew Batchelor, King Batch, got sick and like threw up, and there's all these camera guys all around, and we was like, man, I was like, Batch, you all right? Like going towards him, and we just heard a Sony Venice. If people don't know how expensive that camera is, it just dropped, boom, and we all turned around, and there was a camera people walking out. And I was like, yo, come here, what's wrong with him? And it was like, you know, everybody got 2-3 masks on. And the guy like, 20 feet away from me took his mask off. He's like, how do you know everyone's not sick right now? And that was the first time I was like, wow, like, this is an independent black production. I own the film. I have all these people here. And it was the first time in my life I was like, damn, if somebody dies, if somebody gets sick, it's gonna be on me. And I think that was like day 5. And after that moment, I was like, every day I got everybody together. I said, hey, look, we have to make this film and have to do it the right way, because if something happens, I need to know it was worth it. You know what I mean? So it just kind of let us know the world that we were in.
It kind of speaks to the theme of the movie, that faith, going against your fear.
Yes.
Yeah, because at any point I feel like you could have just said, okay, we can wait until, see what the world does and then come back to this, but you persevered.
We always wait though. You know that? Like, I think, you know, I've been doing this 17 years. Omar was over there, Roxanne, my family. Like, we always wait. We always trying to wait for somebody to, it's the right time, or damn, when I get to this, they gon' like, but I'm like, I got past that a long time ago. I'm like, man, I'm tired of waiting. Like, I feel like the moment is right now, and if you don't seize that moment or seize that opportunity, you will never get it. You don't create it for yourself. And I believe that, you know, when you have action, passion, and momentum, it allows everything to happen for you. If you're just standing and waiting, if I would have stood there for 7 months, but yeah, okay, now we can make it. You know what I mean? It would not be the same thing. So here I am now, you know, getting ready to put a movie out. That's really, really cool, very vibrant. And the reality, what makes the movie so dope and so good is the fact that it was made in that moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, no, I wouldn't wait. And I wouldn't, you know, if I had the chance to do it again, I would do it again, even though it's probably the scariest time of my life.
How was it working with the cast? I know you have Joesph Sikora,
yep.
King Batch, T.I. I don't think I've ever seen T.I. in a horror film.
Yeah, he didn't want to be in a horror film either.
How was it?
It was great, man. All of them. And look, here's the thing. All of those, the cast, Terrence J, Tip, T.I., Joesph Sikora, Ito, Annie, Ruby Modine, everybody that's in the film, I basically called on the phone with no script. So the idea, I was just waking up. I mean, look, this, I know that sounds crazy, but every film that we've had, it sparked from an idea. So The Intruder was an idea. The way that we put Black and Blue together was an idea. All the Meet the Blacks was ideas. So I don't ever move that aggressively, but on this particular film, I was like, I think I know the whole film. So I called them on the phone. Joe was in New York, in Brooklyn, and I pitched him over the phone for an hour, and he said, I'm getting in my car and driving to you. T.I. was in Atlanta. He did the same exact thing. He loaded up a Sprinter. Batch, same thing. Everybody just like, I'm in the car, I'm coming. And as they were descending on this place, I started just writing what I thought the script would be. And as we shot the movie over the course of 15, 16 days, it was me erasing and writing the whole time.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I wanted to ask this question because I'm a media instructor here in
Yeah.
Chicago, so I teach media, and I wanted you to just give some advice to up and coming filmmakers.
I would say the biggest piece of advice I could give to most black and brown filmmakers is to just say that's what you're a director or a writer already. Some people say, "Man, I'm trying to, or I'm getting ready to, I'm trying to work on a." That means you're already a writer. It means you're already a director. Just understand that everyone's path is going to be different, and to not try to find someone or something that is in reach to emulate. It's funny because I grew up, in this area, and you play basketball, and there's a whole generation that was affected by Michael Jordan.
Right.
Right? Meaning that it was great. Like, it's great. Like, you wanted to be like Mike. They had songs, be like Mike, car, the suit. You wanted to jump in the air, dunk the ball, shoes, everything you could think of, you wanted to be him. And it's interesting because it breeded a whole generation of guys that wanted to play like that, but don't have the ability to play like that. And then there was some people in that same wheelhouse that was like, nah, you know what? I can't really do that, but I could do this really well. I could actually be a better, Isaiah Thomas, or I could be a better Steph Curry now. You know what I mean? And so I tell directors all the time, find what your craft is going to be. For me as a filmmaker, it took me a long time to decide this is the type of filmmaker I'm going to be and the type of stories I'm going to tell. At the center of every story that you make, there has to be something that you do very well. It doesn't matter what you wrap it around with, it has to be something. Tyler Perry is very good at telling stories about women that have been damaged or hurt or going through something. Steven Spielberg is very, very good at telling stories around an event and things and family coming together to fight something. John Singleton was very good at telling stories about, the hood and epic adventures about what goes on in those communities. I'm a filmmaker that I focus on adversity. So whatever movie you've ever seen me make, at the center of it is someone going through adversity and coming out on the other side of adversity. So Black and Blue, Naomi Harris and Tyrese, going through something, have to come out on the other end. The Intruder, Michael Ealy, Megan Good, going through something, Dennis Quaid, got to come through on the other end. Meet the Blacks, Mike Epps, going through something, got to come through on the other end. So I'm an adversity person. I feel like I can wrap that into anything, and Fear is no different. It's not adversity play. It's some people in this script, and in this movie you're going to see tonight, going through a whole lot of stuff. And the reality is, are they going to figure out the combination to get out of it?
So I want to play a game with you.
Oh.
It's called This or That. No, it's real quaint. So you just got to tell me which horror or thriller film you prefer.
All right.
Candyman or Leprechaun in the Hood?
Leprechaun in the Hood.
Okay.
Wait, time out. The original or the original?
The original Candyman, not the
or Leprechaun in the Hood?
Yeah, or Leprechaun in the Hood.
Oh, I'm going to go with the original Candyman.
Okay.
I heard you looking for Candyman.
Oh,
that's in the movie.
Wild. Child's Play or Bride of Chucky?
Oh, man, Child's Play.
Fun fact, Chucky scares the hell out of me.
Chucky scares everybody.
I cannot. Even like the little dolls, I can't do it. Us or Nope?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Get Out.
I started to put Get Out too. Okay, last one. The Saw series or the Scream series?
Oh, the first Saw. First Saw was, shout out to Mark Bird, who produced The Intruder with us, who made Saw. The first Saw was one of the most brilliant horror films ever made.
Yeah, I love Saw for the storylines. It's
yeah,
like,
it was crazy.
I'm not even like a horror film, but
yeah, I've never seen anything that cool.
The story is crazy. Okay, last question. What is your biggest fear?
Time. Not time like being here late or getting there late. Time like my biggest fear is like not being here for my kids in a couple of years, or seeing them or seeing my daughter grow up. So I'm always kind of like in this world like, damn, I want to be here, but I have to start learning now how to face that and deal with the fact that I need to live for today and be in the moment versus trying to wonder what 10 years is gonna be. Then when they 20, I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I had to get out of
live for the now.
You gotta absolutely do that, man, because we don't never know what time that we have, but time.
I like that. I never heard anybody say time in that perspective before. That's dope.
Yeah, me.
So FEAR drops January.
FEAR drops January 27th. We need everybody to go there and see it. It's in theaters only worldwide. Please see it, man. Produced, written, directed by myself, Roxanne Taylor, Omar, Joesph, who is here now, and distributed by Hidden Empire, us. This is our 4th worldwide theatrical release. And just
congratulations on that, by the way.
Man, let me tell it.
What? Congratulations.
Yeah, it's crazy. We're excited.
I love that. Love that for you. Make sure y'all check out FEAR January 27th. Thank you so much, Deon.
Thank you.
It's Bree Specific. I'm out.
Bree Specific.